Good evening and welcome to Election Night in America. It is currently 6:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we have Nikki Haley, former South Carolina governor, versus President Kamala Harris, the successor of President Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. It is now 7 p.m., and the state of Vermont, Indiana, Kentucky, Virginia, and South Carolina will be closing their polls. Currently, Vermont, with 2% of the vote, is in. It's too early to call President Harris taking a 4 or 5 point lead, 5.5 point lead. In the state of Indiana, we'll go to Nikki Haley. Kentucky will go to Nikki Haley. In South Carolina, with their 9 electoral votes, no big surprise, as she is the former governor of South Carolina. In the state of Virginia, the state of Virginia is too close to call. 17% of the vote in. Nikki Haley having a very slight lead. And the state of Vermont can now be projected to Kamala Harris with 57% of the vote in. No surprise. In Georgia is too early to call with their 16 electoral votes. Nikki Haley taking a widening lead. We just got word in that the state of Virginia can be projected to President Kamala Harris with their 13 electoral votes, as well as the state of Georgia to Nikki Haley with their 16 electoral votes, which is a flip from 2020. It is now 7:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Nikki Haley with 44 electoral votes, Kamala Harris with 16. The states of Indiana, Kentucky, Georgia, and South Carolina to Nikki Haley, and the state of Virginia and Vermont to Kamala Harris. It is now 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 4:30 p.m. Pacific, 6:30 p.m. Central, and 5:30 p.m. Mountain. The states of Ohio, West Virginia, and North Carolina will be closing their polls. And without surprise, the state of West Virginia can be projected to Nikki Haley. The state of North Carolina, a very quick call, will go to Nikki Haley with their 15 electoral votes and a huge win for the Republican Party. The state of Ohio with their 18 electoral votes, which is a surprise from 2020 considering that it took a little while for it to be called. But currently, with 63% of the vote in, Nikki Haley has a 43.6% lead. It is now 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the following states will be closing their polls: the state of Illinois, Missouri, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Maryland, Massachusetts, Washington District of Columbia, Pennsylvania, Delaware, New Jersey, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Maine. The state of Illinois, with their 20 electoral votes, will go to President Harris without surprise. The state of New Hampshire, that was actually leaning red in the polls, will go to Kamala Harris with 4 electoral votes. The state of New Jersey, with their 14, will go to President Harris. The state of Rhode Island, with their 4, will also go to the president. The state of Maine will also go to the president with their 4 electoral votes. Both congressional districts will go to President Kamala Harris. The state of Connecticut with their 7. The state of Maryland with their 10, and a huge call, the state of Pennsylvania, with their 20 electoral votes, will go to President Kamala Harris. A huge win for the Democratic Party. They campaigned a lot there. They had around almost 2 million volunteers, so it is no surprise that the president has won the state of Pennsylvania. In the state of Delaware with their 3 electoral votes, and without surprise, the Washington District of Columbia with their 3. And Massachusetts with their 7. The state of Missouri with their 10, it can be projected that it will go to Nikki Haley with their 10 electoral votes, without surprise. The state of Tennessee with their 11. And the state of Florida with their 29 electoral votes. A huge win for the Republican Party. They campaigned hard in Florida, and with the re-election of Ron DeSantis, it is without surprise that Florida will go to Nikki Haley, the Republican candidate. And to Alabama will go to Nikki Haley. Mississippi will go to Nikki Haley. Oklahoma will go to Nikki Haley. It is currently 8:27 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Nikki Haley taking in around a 30 vote lead, 30 electoral vote lead, that is, with 154 electoral votes, and Kamala Harris with 116 electoral votes. It is currently 8:30 p.m. and the state of Arkansas will be closing their polls, and without surprise, the state of Arkansas will go to Nikki Haley. It is currently 9 o'clock. In the states of Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, Texas, Louisiana, Minnesota, Michigan, Wisconsin, New York, Arizona, New Mexico, and Colorado will be closing their polls. And for our first call at 9 o'clock, the state of Michigan will go to Kamala Harris, a state that has been leaning more blue and was won by Donald Trump, former President Donald Trump, in 2016. And the state of New Mexico will, with their 5 electoral votes, Colorado with their 10, and Minnesota with their 10. And, with surprise, the state of Arizona with their 11 electoral votes. This is a big surprise for the GOP. They campaigned hard there. But as the state continues to lean more blue with the loss of their governorship and their senatorial, it will be called that Kamala Harris will carry the state of Arizona with their 11 electoral votes, and the state of Wisconsin with their 10. We just got word that a major projection, and a very, very surprising projection, the state of New York, with their 29 electoral votes, will go to Nikki Haley, a huge flip for the Republican Party. It is believed that most likely because of the 6 women who came out against the former governor, Andrew Cuomo, probably, since this is a woman running, probably took voters away from the Democratic Party and the thought of something happening like this again. So the state of New York, with their 29 electoral votes, will go to Nikki Haley. And another major projection, the state of Texas, with their 38 electoral votes, will also go to Nikki Haley. Louisiana with their 8, Idaho with their 4, Utah with their 6, Wyoming with their 3, North Dakota with their 3, Nebraska with all 5 electoral votes, both in the state of South Dakota with their 3, Kansas with their 3. And now, it is 9:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Nikki Haley, 5 electoral votes away from winning the presidency. Nikki Haley, 265. Kamala Harris, 177. A very surprising lead for Nikki Haley. Most likely, the whole reason that she's this high is because of the state of New York. It is now 10 o'clock p.m. in Montana, Nevada, Iowa are closing their polls. We can now project that the state of Montana, with their 3 electoral votes, will go to Nikki Haley, and the state of Nevada, with their 6, will go to Kamala Harris, and the state of Iowa, with their 6, will go to Nikki Haley. At this hour, we can now project that Nikki Haley has been elected President of the United States with 274 electoral votes for Nikki Haley and 183 for Kamala Harris. This is without California, Oregon, and Washington. It is 10:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and President Harris calls Governor Haley to concede the 2024 presidential election. Once again, we can now project that Nikki Haley has been elected President of the United States. Nikki Haley has been elected President of the United States. And without a surprising call, the state of California with their 55, Washington with their 12, Alaska with their 3 for Nikki Haley, Oregon with their 7, and Hawaii with their 4. It is currently 12 a.m., the fastest projection of the election there has ever been. And 277 for Nikki Haley, 261 Kamala Harris, a very, very close run. But Nikki Haley has won the presidential election of 2024, which I find quite surprising considering the remarks she made against former President Trump and Kamala Harris. Once again, this is my second video, so There were probably a lot of gaffes and mistakes and stuff, but I'm getting used to it as it goes. So I just wish that you will show some support. And even if you don't subscribe or anything, I'm totally fine with that. Just, this is for your pleasure, not mine. But once again, I hope you all have a great day. And God bless you all. And once again, this is all for fun. This is nothing serious. Probably make some serious projections in the future. And I would like to let you know that I am right-leaning. I am more conservative. So most likely, Republicans will win more on my videos. But I, of course, will have some Democrats win. But I am definitely going to start getting back to this. And I appreciate your support. Thank you.